Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is OmniBadu and I am back with another one. Yay! Keep in mind that these are general collective readings and I don't read for any one specific sign on this channel. If this is your story, your business, if this resonates, be honest with yourself. Plug yourself into the reading where you deserve to be. Smack it up, flip it, rub it down, hit the reverse on it. Do whatever you have to do, but don't force it. Only take what resonates with you, your life, your story, and leave the rest behind. If this is your story, your business, if this resonates, give it a thumbs up, like it if you like it, and subscribe if you likes my vibe. Welcome, hey, if you're new, and welcome back if you have been here before. Hey, hi you guys, how y'all been? I'm so sorry that it's been a little while. I had everything exactly timed out and planned how I wanted it, but because the enemy is the enemy and it's not your friend, shit is always happening. You know, I'm always having some sort of weird, somebody popped up in Texas unexpectedly, and that was like the weirdest shit I've ever experienced. It just, you wouldn't believe it. Somebody else I know ended up going to jail, and you know, that was also like, what? It was just weird. Like, so yeah, this last week and a half, 2 weeks, however long it's just been drama, but not my drama. And y'all, that's why I stay to myself. That's why I'm a loner. That's why I don't fuck with people. I would rather be by myself and on my own than to have friends or connections with quote unquote family, because it's toxic, it's draining, it's negative, right? Like, it's never your fucking problems that you're worrying about or thinking about or talking about. It's always some shit they got to do with another motherfucker. And I don't like thinking about other people's problems. I don't like having to try to solve other people's problems, you know? And so I have just found myself getting sucked into other people's bullshit that didn't have shit to do with me, and I also do not fucking appreciate. So here I am, back on track. Hopefully everything, you know what, not hopefully, fuck that, right? I ain't letting nobody else distract me from what I do and don't have going on, because I'm doing what the fuck I want to do. I'm doing what makes me happy, what I find to be fun. And I get it, right? A lot of people in my life, or just in general, I guess, I don't know if this is everybody, but motherfuckers don't be believing that you happy and content on your own. People really like to project their feelings onto other people, like, there's no way she could be happy not talking to none of us. Yeah, yes, there's a way, because I've never had more silence and more peace, more calm in my life, right? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? So yes, when people start trying to re-enter my life, which I feel that's going on, you know, I was talking to my sister the other day, which she calls me and keeps up with me and stuff, and I answer and shit because she's my sister. I don't hate her, but I know that we have issues. We always will. They're not my problems, they're hers, but she'll always feel the way she feels, and we'll never be close or cool, right? But I will answer your calls or whatever. You know, but it's, oh, and we need to get together, and siblings, we can have a dinner. Bitch, what the fuck are you talking about? I don't want to go nowhere with none of y'all motherfuckers. I'm not having no fucking dinner with none of, like, what the fuck? I don't know. Leave me, God. Right? Like, what the hell? Why can't I just be forgotten about and left the fuck alone? I don't get it. Look at the cards that's coming out. Loving yourself first. Happily single, let go and let God, healing, intuition. But what's the focus of it all? Motherfuckers is hating. And that's how I feel. So I feel like collectively, the collective is entering into a new space, understanding things that have never been understood before, focusing more on self, which I feel collectively is something that was not a priority in the past, right? So that's like the collective's biggest lesson over these last few years, decades, however long it's been for you, you know, if you're resonating, if you're a part of the collective. I feel like there was a time in the past where collectively, us empaths, earth angels, indigo children, star seeds, whomever, whatever, white witches, whatever the fuck you want to call yourself, it does not matter. You fall under the same umbrella. There was a point where you were putting other people before yourself, other people's problems before yourself and your happiness, other people's opinions before you and your happiness, right? Allowing your mom and your dad or your family members to determine who it is that you should be dating, or constantly having to battle with these people about who's putting their penis inside of you or who you're putting your penis inside of, right? Like always having an opinion on shit that is not their business and should not be discussed. This person is stupid. They with so-and-so. Then let me be stupid. Why are you talking about that? And why does that matter to you, right? So in the past, I feel like that's where it was. You shouldn't be working there. That's dumb. You should be in school for this. You should be going in this direction. You should have this type of career, right? Where it's just like, I feel like in the past, any and every decision you made was questioned or talked about, or, you know, there was a whole family discussion about you and what you're doing or what you did. And it could still be that way, right? People could still be talking about you. I don't know where y'all stand or whatever. I know personally, I don't talk to any of my incubators, you know, seeds or the incubator herself or whatever. So, you know, right? It's like, I don't know what's really going on. The only person in my whole entire bloodline that I talk to is my sister. But again, it's a she wants to keep up with me type of situation. It is not a I want to keep up with her type of situation. And I know, and she's just one of those type of people, you know, she wants everybody to like her. She wants to go around and spread lies and rumors and gossip and make sure everyone hates each other, but everyone still likes her. Like, everybody can like me, but there's a problem if y'all like each other. I want to feel like I'm the most important, or I'm everyone's favorite, or I'm the most liked, or I'm the most loved. It's a delusion. It's a sickness. It's sad, right? And it's also not true, because bitch, I don't like your ass. You know what I'm saying, right? So don't hate you, but don't like you. Don't have to like you to love you. Love everybody. Don't like nobody, right? So I feel like it's just, you had to get to a place where you stopped giving a fuck, right? I never gave a fuck what none of them people said. I always made my own decisions, but it's very draining. It's very heavy. And I found myself falling into a depression and things like that because I could not make my own decisions. I could not live my life for me, being around these people, because they always had something to say about a decision that I was making for myself in my life. They did talk a lot of shit about me being with my kid's father, even though I tried to break up with him and leave him numerous times, and these same people encouraged him to continue to chase me down and things like that, right? So whatever you do, it is not good enough. When I got with him, I was dumb. Oh my God, I can't believe it, right? Then shortly after, maybe a year after actually, I was like, yeah, I don't really want to be with him. No, you do want to be with him. He don't need to leave. Y'all stay here and talk to y'all problems, right? So it's like, no matter what choice you make, it is wrong. No matter what you do, it is wrong to certain people. And eventually you do have to get to a place where you're like, fuck these people. I don't give a fuck if they do or don't like what I'm doing. I'm going to do what I want to do regardless, right? For me, like I keep saying, I had to cut all of these people, cut the ties, because I got tired of it. Every time I talk to somebody that I have not spoken to in years, and when I am not talking to you, I don't talk about you because you are not that important. I'm not thinking about you, right? But it's, in all these years we haven't spoke. This person said you said this about me, and this person said you did this towards me, and I got tired of that. So it's like, fuck, get the fuck off my phone and don't ever talk to me again, right? And so that just became the routine for me, cutting people out of my life, right? And so you get to a place where you're happy, right? You may have to cut off a toxic, negative relationship that does not serve you or whatever. And then you have to become comfortable being single. It's an adjustment period. You get used to, you get comfortable in the chaos. You get comfortable in the unrequited love and whatever else is going on in those situations. And when you get out of them, you do still miss the person or have a desire to go back into the situation. But my head is always going to outweigh my heart, right? And because I'm just a logical type of person, I'm a logical thinker. I'm always thinking, right? So my head is always going to outweigh my heart. And for me, that's been a blessing because I've been able to detach from people that don't mean me no good, because I can think about the things that they've done to me and said to me, and how many times they've said or done something malicious towards me, or believed a lie, or perpetuated a lie, or whatever it is, right? So yeah, I mean, that's all. That's going to outweigh the fact that you're my sibling, my mom, my dad, stepdad, you know, I love you, a kid, whoever. I don't give a fuck. You know, it's always going to outweigh it, right? Intuition, believe in yourself times 10, you know what you know, right? So I feel like you guys started allowing your higher self to guide you. I know that I did, right? Because I am part of the collective. And you have to, you know, just settle in to your new life, settle into your new energy of being single, but also happy about it. Because I don't feel like there's anything wrong with missing a person. Even if they're a bad person, there's still somebody that was a vital part of your life at some point in time. It doesn't make you weak. It don't make you dumb. It don't make you a loser. Doesn't necessarily mean you're going to go back. It is just a part of the healing phase. It's natural to miss somebody that's been in your life for 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, even 6, 9 months. You talking to that person every day, seeing them every day, you are going to miss them a bit when they go on about their business or whatever. So I think people may have expected you to continue fighting to be a part of their lives, or continue fighting to be a part of their circle, or continue allowing them to destroy you, your energy, your personality, right? Because when you're around people always telling you you're dumb, you're crazy, you're stupid, you're crazy, you're an idiot, you're crazy, you start to become mad and angry. Like, motherfucker, if I'm so stupid, dumb, and crazy, why do you should have been left me alone years and years and years ago. Where the fuck you still, right? You have to grow from that. You have to heal from that, you know, and you have to start to believe in yourself, listen to yourself, and go in the direction that you're supposed to be going in, that's going to serve you best, right? We have don't take it personal. This isn't going away that easy. You see what I'm saying? It's like no matter how far away you get, the people are not going to stop talking about you, right? They're not going to stop worrying about you. They're not going to stop lying on you. They're not going to stop making you, you know, a topic of conversation in their lives, which is pulling on your energy, right? It pulls on your energy when people are bashing you and saying hateful, nasty, negative, malicious things about you. People who have not seen you or spoken to you in years for a lot of you guys. Some of y'all, this could be people you do see and speak to on a daily basis if you are still in contact and connection with the people in your family. But as soon as you turn around, as soon as you walk away, as soon as you're not in the home or in the room, they're talking shit about you, bashing you, dragging you through the motherfucking mud. You're an idiot. You're stupid. You're this. You're lazy. You're trifling. You're right. And it's just like, you have to see those type of people as for what they are. Those are miserable people. Those are low vibrational people. If the topic of your conversation is always what somebody else has going on in their life, it's because you don't have anything going on in your life to talk about. And so you're fixated on something and someone else and trying to pacify yourself, right? So these people are pacifying the fact that they're losers. They're pacifying the fact that they don't have jobs. They're pacifying the fact that they don't have a man. They're pacifying the fact that their wife is cheating on them in broad daylight, right in their face, blatant as fuck. You know what I'm saying, right? So they don't want to focus on that. I don't want to figure out why this is going on in my life. I don't want to put energy into my own problems. So I'm going to spend that energy that I should be working on myself and my life and my career and getting further and more advanced and moving forward. And I'm going to take it and direct it towards someone else. And of course it is you, collective, because you're the chosen one, right? You're the one that's going to be something. You're the one that's going somewhere. You're the one that's going to pop out. You're the one that's going to end up, a known name, household name. You could end up being a celebrity. You could end up being in movies or making music or blowing up and being like a really influential influencer, right? Or being some sort of public speaker, or, you may end up healing multiple different people, healing the world, right? Who knows? Who cares? You have a mission, right? You're moving. That's why you feel this strong urge to move. And some of y'all, it's physical. You may be living with this person. You could live with your mom. You could live with your dad. You could live with a sibling, and you may feel this very strong urge to get out of that living situation. You may not even understand it. Like, why do I feel like I need to move? Because it's time for you to stop focusing on the fact that these people are trying to tear you down. It's time for you to stop focusing. It's time for you to love yourself first. If you're in a toxic, tumultuous situationship, it's time for you to leave it behind and find your happiness within yourself. Because the person that you're around, they're not your happiness because they don't make you happy. Do y'all have moments of happiness? Sure. But on a daily basis, regularly, there is no happiness. I feel, you know what I'm saying? So it's like spirit wants y'all to wake up, let go and let God. What does that mean? That means allow your intuition, allow your higher self and higher powers to guide you, right? But it also means allow spirit to deal with these people, right? It's not your job to be there and try to get them to think differently of you or feel differently of you, towards you. That's not going to happen. They're not going to feel differently towards you because they need a target. They need a bad guy in their storyline. They need a villain, right? And they have made you that villain because you're different from them. You don't want to talk about each other. You don't want to hate people. You don't want to call people stupid. You don't want to live other people's lives. You're not nosy. You're not, right? You might just be content being yourself. You may be content waking up every day in your skin and going about your business. And that doesn't resonate with these people. Why are you so happy? You have no reason to smile. You have no reason to be happy. You have no reason to feel joy. And so, because they don't feel those things, whoever it is in your life, they want you to be where they are. They're on a 2D level. Most motherfuckers on the 3D, you on a 5D. They want you where they are, right? And I don't know how to explain it, y'all, but it no matter, and I know I'm saying, like, if you feel like it's time for you to move out or it's time for you to end the relationship or whatever it is, and it's going to be hard, right? For years, I would go back around my family and then I would feel everybody out, right? Just be my normal self, not stuck on no old shit. If they want to bring up old shit, okay, let me hear you out. All right, cool. I apologize. Apologies were never accepted or even acknowledged or even remembered because they don't want an apology. They want to be mad. They want to hang on to any tiny, minute, minuscule thing you've ever done so they can justify hating you, right? And this is a situation where everyone has done and will do something to everybody when you're in the life long enough with somebody, right? You're spending enough time with somebody in their life, something bad is bound to happen. It's inevitable, right? We are not perfect. You're bound to say something that hurts somebody's feelings. You're bound to do something that makes somebody feel slighted, even if it is unintentional, right? And most people forgive and move on, right? And you could even say, well, all these people that may resonate in this energy have done, this person did this to this person, and this person did that to that person, and that person did this to them, and they said, and then she did, and she choked her out, and they did, right? And that's all forgiven. It's all swept under the rug. They don't even acknowledge or talk about the things that they said or have done to one another. Why? Because they're all in the same fucking energy. They all match each other's vibration. There is no reason to tear her down. She ain't shit. It ain't no reason to tear him down. He ain't shit and they never gonna be shit. But it's something about you that vibrates as different. It's something about you that seems like you're not a part of the crowd. You're not broken. How are you not broken and you grew up in the same house we grew up in? You suffered the same abuse we suffered. Because I don't remember none of the shit you remember. I left it where it was in the past, right? So it's not that you ain't lovable or that you're not, the shit, or you're not special. It's none of those things. It's just that you're different. That's what nobody ever really, it's like, oh, you're chosen because, but they don't ever really give a real definition. They don't ever really tell you, what the fuck makes me chosen? What the fuck are you talking about? I'm chosen for what? To break free. You're the one who's supposed to get the fuck out. You the one who's supposed to do something different, do something new, do something these people will never do because they're not able, they're not capable, they're damaged to a degree that they will not be fixed, they're broken, right? And that's okay. That's on them that they don't know how to heal. That's on them that they are stuck ruminating and swirling around, whirlpooling in the past. That's on them. They don't got shit to do with you, right? But they hate you for the fact that you're different. They hate you because you can heal. They hate you because you're happy on your own. They hate you because you know how to love yourself. They hate you because you're intuitive. You're different. You stand out from the crowd, right? And you may even have people or one person from that past group who was the ringleader in trying to convince people that you were a weirdo. And what are you doing? And this person's a fucking lunatic. Now it's been years, right? And so they feel that everybody in the community has forgotten that they were the ringleaders trying to turn everyone against you. But they now may be following your path, following your footsteps. Oh, I'm a spiritualist. I got crystals in the house, the moon, and I was talking to my spiritual friend. They may even find themselves trying to tell you shit you told them years ago. Don't get mad. Don't get upset. Just sit in silence and let that person talk. They don't mean any of the things that they're saying. They're trying to destiny swap with you. So I do feel like y'all have somebody that's in your energy, that's in your circle or your past circle or whatever, who wants to destiny swap with you. So just be careful of that or whatever, and just be intuitive. Let them, hang on to the old facts. They don't know anything that you know currently, right? You may be light years ahead of where this person is. This person may be talking about shit that you thought was important years ago, but that you have now advanced and come to understand that's not even important, right? So you want some whole other shit. Whoever's trying to destiny swap with you, let them continue to regurgitate shit that you said many, many moons ago, because it's not going to, there's going to come a point where they're going to try to backtrack from all the things that they're saying currently because they may be giving out false information or whatever, right? So this person maybe even tried to push you out of the pack so that they could take your position. You're this, right? You're spiritual, or you're this, or you're a healer, or you're shaman, or you're baba, or you're this, right? You're doing witchcraft or voodoo, hoodoo, whatever the fuck, right? They may have rallied everybody up, told everybody you were crazy, and then now, years later, they're now pretending to be you because they want to be the chosen one. They want to be the special one. They want to be you. They want to be gifted. They want to be blessed. They want to be anointed. this is, so y'all have someone who's extremely, that's a dangerous energy to me. Somebody who's cosplaying as you, somebody who is trying to take your entire persona and personality, something that literally came to you and fell over you naturally. They're forcing it, right? I can't explain it, right? I've told y'all before, my sister is doing this where she's like this super spiritualist now. But she was calling me crazy when I first started doing tarot. They were even saying that I was like a devil worshiper and all type of other stuff. Like, this was probably like 4 or 5 years ago when I first started doing tarot. They all laughed at me, literally. They all called me crazy. They said that I was obsessed with the guy that I was dealing with at the time, and that's why I was doing tarot. They said all types of horrible things about me. Now, fast forward 4 or 5 years later, now she is a spiritualist. She is intuitive. She is gifted and blessed. She is the one, the only one who's intuitive, because our mom told her stuff that she used to do when she was a child, right? Now, this is the stuff she'd be telling me while we're on the phone. I never say anything, you guys. She calls me all the time, and I feel like she calls me to try to get a reaction or get a rise out of me, but because she's a fake spiritualist, she doesn't comprehend or understand that you cannot get a rise out of me. If you were actually gifted or intuitive or spiritual, you wouldn't be calling me to ask if you should stay at your job. You would know what you were supposed to do. It says believe in yourself times 10. You know what you know. The bitch knows I know, right? But she's trying to project to the world that she knows. She calls me all the time to try to siphon information from me so she can go and tell people the things that but I don't tell her either. I don't say anything and I just let her talk in circles, or I'll tell her false information. Because what you're not gonna do is keep running around out there pretending like you're me. It's weird. It's creepy. It's psychotic. She's been doing this to me my entire life, trying to be me, and I don't get it because she hates me. I swear to God, she does. If she could kill me and get away with it, I would have been dead a really long time ago, right? So the fact that she's always, so this, and I'm telling y'all this as an example in my life to try to help you kind of pinpoint where this may be going on in your life. If somebody's calling you and asking you certain things or trying to get information from you or they're not doing that because they respect your gift or they respect you or they respect what you're doing. They're doing it so they can go behind your back and tell people the things that you said as if they thought of them themselves, which is pathetic and it's sad and it's weird, right? If those are not your thoughts, if this is not your practice, if this is not really truly what you believe in and how you feel, if you truly are not intuitive and you truly do not have, any type of connection with your higher self, why do you want people to believe you do? Obviously, this person has, in my life specifically, she used to stalk my previous channel that I had, which I still have the channel. I'm just turning it into something other than tarot because, I have a great plan for it. But she used to stalk the channel. She used to read every single one of my comments. People would be on there, oh my gosh, Omni this, I love you, you've helped me, you've healed me, blah, 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 right? Because I got to the point where I was getting like 15, 20,000 views. And when you get to that point, you get a ton of comments, right? Where people are like, bless you and thank you and you're such a blessing. But more importantly, in every single one of my comment sections, it's multiple people saying this is spot on. Oh my God, how do you do this? Oh my God, I can't believe you know my life so well. Oh my gosh, it's like you were a fly on the wall, blah, 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 right? You don't get egotistical or arrogant about those types of things. It's just feels good in the way that you're able to help somebody heal. From that channel, I was able to help so many different women get out of abusive, narcissistic relationships. I still have every single email. I used to get hundreds of emails from people saying, thank you. I never thought that I had the courage or the strength to leave that person until I found your channel, right? And I used to really make me feel good, because that was my intention. I really want to help people. I really want people to get away from people that do not serve them. I really want people to wake the fuck up and see shit for what it is, because that shit, as much as you don't think it, it is killing you slowly, allowing those toxic family members to hang on to you, or being in that toxic, volatile, abusive situationship, relationship, what the fuck ever, right? It's killing you slowly. It is. And so the only thing I wanted to do after going through my own situation, being abused and marrying a narcissist and a literal real life sociopath, clinical, right? All that type of stuff, it was scary to me. I didn't understand how I got there, at the time. And now I've gotten, I've been healed, and I done moved forward, and I know and I see and I understand. I take full responsibility, 100% accountability. Every single thing that's ever happened to me in my life has been my fault and my doing, right? Yes, sure, listening to the wrong advice instead of listening to myself, caring about what people think, all type of different things. Being lonely and just wanting somebody to be there and overlooking red flags. I've done a lot of shit to fuck my own life up, right? But that's okay, because I see that I've done those things, and I've worked hard to change the trajectory of my life, and I'm doing a pretty fucking good job, right? But I don't know, you guys, like, this energy, I don't like it. It's weird. This isn't going away that easily, right? And that's why I kind of keep referencing this, that my sister calls me and texts me and keeps up with me, and she's always saying things like, we're sisters, we love each other. I sit in silence every time she says that. You don't love me, you hate my fucking guts. And I just be, it's weird, because I just be on the phone. Sometimes I talk to her because I'm studying her, right? She don't know. I study niggas too. When I be fucking with them and they're a new type of narcissist, or they come with new manipulation tactics, I do stay in those situations so I can learn from the person and retain whatever knowledge so that the next time I come across this type of situation or a red flag, I'll be able to see it immediately, right? No love, no investment, just a research study, right? So because she's a woman and she's a girl and stuff, and it's different for me. I got guys down pretty freaking good, but I'm really studying her. I'm really wondering, like, because she's very manipulative and things, and I'm like, I think she thinks that she's manipulating me, right? Like, I think she thinks that I think she likes and loves me, but I know she don't. I've never thought that. Not for a long, I won't say never. But way back in our 20s, I figured out that she didn't like me and that she was jealous of me and stuff like that, right? So even like her pretending to be a spiritualist, that's jealousy, right? You can't let me be different. She can't allow me to be different from all of them. She has to make sure that she's doing what I'm doing so that I don't seem like I'm doing anything completely separate from what they're doing, right? Like, I can't explain it. I hope I'm making sense, right? So you have to put yourself first, friends. Like, you have to let people go. I'm built different. So I'm studying, I'm learning, I'm trying to figure out also what's going on. I feel threatened by this person's personality, the fact that she's trying to pretend to do everything that I do, and the fact that she's trying to act like, she's spiritually gifted, which she may be. I don't know or care. It's not the fact that she's saying she's gifted and I want to be the only one. Like, no, I don't give a fuck. But it's the fact that you're doing this after calling me crazy. It's the fact that you're doing this, after me. Yes. Like, it does not feel authentic. It does not feel genuine. Right. And Source has already put me on, right? Like, Source didn't already put me on to what it is and what it ain't. So we have at the bottom, stay on your path, which is what I'm doing, right? But I want y'all to stay on your path too. I want you to get it. I want you to feel it, see it, receive it, understand it, that like with Don't Take It Personal coming out, you know, Don't Take It Personal came out here right before this isn't going away that easily. So it's like, I feel like I'm talking to maybe one person or multiple people, where it's like, if somebody is doing this to you, if somebody is copying you, or if somebody is calling you crazy or a devil worshiper, or trying to rally up the troops and turn everybody against you, the friend group, the family, or whatever, don't take that personal. They're working for the enemy, right? This person does not have a holy or a spiritual or a godly bone in their body. Are they pretending to? Yes. But that is not going to last forever. Y'all, this, whoever it is in your life, even in my situation and in my life, I don't know, you guys. Like, I'm sorry. I don't know what to say other than it's jealousy. It's this, you know, I don't know. I don't know. I know y'all may want it to end, or you may want the person to go away or whatever, but it's not going to stop. They're not going to go away, and you have to continue to stay focused on you, on your mission, on your path, and not worry. That's kind of what I'm feeling like. You just cannot worry about this other person. Is it bothersome? Yes, it bothers me. It bothers me that she calls me to talk to me about, because that's all she wants to talk about too. That's how I know she's doing it, to try to, I don't know if she's trying to bother me. I don't know if she's trying to make me stop doing what I'm doing. I don't know what the fuck the bitch is doing. I don't. But I know that all she wants to talk about is spirituality. And then she found out that I was dealing with somebody who makes 6 figures and who takes care of me and who's really, really good to me. And then she saw him and she was like, God damn, he is fine as fuck, because he is like, but that just is the way the cookie crumbled. Like, you know, it's just the way it is. I was walking across, I was outside walking. He was in a car. He's pulled up on me, right? So this was not like, you know, me chasing down some man or seeing some man and continuing to go in his job. Like, no, this man seen me. He pulled over, was like, Jesus Christ. I was like, damn. And we did our thing. And we've been locked in ever since. And that was a year ago. Or more, whatever. I don't even know how long, because it doesn't even matter. We in it, and if it ends, it ends, and that's okay, right? So she talks a lot about guys, what guys she's talking to, and how they look, and how much money they make, but I don't give a fuck. She was like, you know, oh, you know, I was like, oh yeah, whatever, I'm going out of town with this person. Oh, you talking to somebody? Yeah. Oh, what does he do? He's an engineer. Oh, okay. That must have disturbed her peace. I don't know why. Bitch, you asked me what he did for work. I told you, and now you mad. But it's always about competition, right? Even with this Knight of Wands energy coming out first, and then we have the Nine of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Defense, protection, wounded warrior, right? I've been through a lot. I've been kicked. I've been pushed. I've been stomped on. I've been beat. I've been burned. I've been drowned. I've been revived. And I'm still pushing forward. I'm still okay. I'm still in the fight, right? But you have, with this Knight of Wands energy, this is flightiness. This is fire energy, right? So the Knight of, it could be hostility. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's a player, or this don't have to be a man, right? It don't have to be a masculine energy at all. This could be another feminine energy who is rushing in, rushing towards you, constantly rushing in, constantly rushing towards you. Maybe like delivering news, or, you know, trying to fill you out or something, right? Because you're making healthy choices. We have that out here too. And so you, again, you may not ever reach out to this person, but with the Knight of Wands, that's them rushing in, right? The Hermit, Virgo energy. So it's like this person goes and sits and thinks about, you know, things that they can say or do to try to possibly upset you or bother you or knock you off your square or make you feel inferior to them. Because I really feel like if this is tracking, if this is resonating, I feel like this person wants you to feel inferior to them. This is someone who, thank you, Spirit. This person feels smaller than you. That's where the jealousy, they think you're better than them. And they think you think you're better than them, right? Let me get back to it. So she's calling me, you know, she ends up telling me about, I end up telling her like, oh, you know, oh yeah, you know, I'm going out of town with this guy, you know, we've been talking for a while or whatever. They don't know this because I don't fuck with them. She, you know, what does he do? You know, what does he look like? He's an engineer. He's, you know, looks good to me, but whatever. Well, you know, I was at her job one day because she works at like a smoke shop or something, and he was out, he wanted to see me or whatever, and he was like, you know, where are you? I was like, I'm at my sister's job. He's like, okay, cool, I'm gonna pull up for a couple of minutes. He pulls up. I know he's fine, so I'm like, come here real quick, you know, come meet my sister. So he walks in, you know, her eyes literally almost fall out of her fucking head. I'm literally crying, cracking up inside, because I already knew, like, you know, some people are, what do they call it, conventionally attractive. So sometimes you just know when everybody's gonna find somebody attractive because they just look good. So yeah, she sees him, but I quickly usher him out of there because bitch, lay your eyes on him and sir, get out of here, because she's a devil and a demon. So I'm like, get my boo up out of here. So we leave or whatever. And yeah, then I go right off with him. We do what we do. And then I come back and she's like, damn, he's fine. You know, I'm like, yeah, I know, you know, but whatever. And from that day forward, now, prior to that, it was, I'm celibate, I'm abstinent, I ain't fucking with nobody, you know, and I'm all into my spirituality, you know, and all this. Again, I'm just like, oh, okay, that's what's up, that's cool. I don't know why people associate not fucking with spirituality. Those two do not go hand in hand. I went through a period where I was abstaining, but it was not because of my spirituality. It's because of where my mental state was. And because I did not feel it was healthy to be out dating and sleeping with people. I wasn't in the right mental space. I was being abused, stalked, and all type of other things. And that was really, really affecting me more than anything has ever affected me. My situation with my mom and her kids has never been important to me. Like, and I know that probably sounds really fucked up and cold, but it's just the truth. I've never cared about them. I've never cared about their opinions. I've never cared if they liked me or didn't like me or we was cool or wasn't cool. I ain't never gave a fuck. I flow I go with the flow. If we cool, we cool. You mad, then be mad. But it just got to a place where people got mad, and I just left it where it was at and was like, I guess we got a problem and we'll have a problem for the rest of our lives. I'm okay with that because I don't give a shit, right? I don't know how else to put that, but that has no relevance to me. It's just not important at all whatsoever. So she was abstaining because I had been abstinent because of all the shit that was going on with my kid's father. And so I think she thought, because we had not spoken in months and months and months. If you've seen past readings, you saw that I bumped into her when I was driving one day, and she was walking, and I didn't even recognize her at first. And so I kind of was just like, sister, you know, I said her name, just not sure, like, is that her? And it was. So that's how we ended up getting back, you know, in each other's lives. But that was only in the summer or whatever. Yeah, so years ago, last time we talked, a year ago or however long, I was abstinent. But again, it was not because I'm spiritual. It all went hand in hand, yes, but it was literally because I was not in a healthy mental space, and you should not be fucking dating or doing anything else when your mind ain't right. It's toxic. So I got past all the shit with my kid's father or whatever. I got to a healthier mind space. And honestly, meeting this guy, when I met him, right at the very end of me just being like, whatever, man, fuck this. And fuck him too, you know, about my kid's dad. You know, just fuck him. Like, it doesn't matter. He doesn't have to be there for our kids. He don't got to come to no school events. He don't have to pick them up. He don't have to call them. I got to that point where, you know, you thought we were going to keep chasing you around for you to be a part of their lives, because that is what was going on. My kids are asking me shit, so I'm snapping. Why the fuck aren't you being there for my kids? They want a relationship with you. But yeah, we advanced. Years of that went by of ignorant bullshit where my kids don't like, love, or want nothing to do with this motherfucker no more. Right? Don't even want to hear this person's name or whatever no more. So they're like, whatever, fuck them, right? They're starting to get older. They're like, wait a minute, every time we talk to this person, we call them first. I'm a child. Why do I gotta call first? It got to that point where I'm like, okay, shit is clicking in people's minds now. I like this. Then it advanced from there to, actually, no, fuck that. I'm done calling this person. I'm not calling them anymore because they don't call me, right? And so, yeah, I loved that for them. I was very proud of them, but I also allowed them to make their own decision. But as long as they wanted the motherfucker, I'm going to be there cussing you out, fucking up any and everything you got going on and acting a goddamn fool because you got me fucked up. And what you're not going to do is have my motherfucking kids pressed. That's what the fuck you never going to do. So, yeah, but then they got over it. So I got over it. You know what I'm saying? Because I left him. He didn't leave me. But he needed to feel important still, so he figured out that the only way to get my attention on him was to neglect, abandon, and mistreat my children. And it did work in his favor for a little bit, but when you do things the wrong way, it's never going to work in your favor. And he thought it was working in his favor. When we were all like, never mind, because they decided never mind, then it was right back to him crashing out, chasing me down, stalking me. Why aren't you calling anymore? You must be fucking somebody else, and all this types of shit. Because he's a sociopath and a narcissist, and he can't believe that I would actually just not want anything to do with him. He also can't comprehend that the only reason that we were reaching out to him is because our children wanted to talk to him. My children don't want to talk to you anymore. I left you, which means I never wanted to talk to your bitch ass no more. So yeah, that was the perfect escape. They were good. I'm like, yeah, never mind. I just stopped calling and texting. When they made it clear, like, please, we're tired of it. We tired. It never is just them talking. It's always, oh, let me holler at your mom. And if I don't want to get on the phone, then it's fuck you, bitch. Or, it's the kids want to talk to you. And now you're not even answering the phone for the kids. And we're having to call back to back to back for days, right? Not just back to back to back spam calling, but call Monday, call Tuesday, call Wednesday, call Thursday, call Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, the kids, and you're not answering. And that kind of shit got to them. That's the kind of shit where they were like, yeah, we don't want to keep reaching out. We don't want to keep making these fucking phone calls. This is stupid, right? So fast forward again, get to a place where it's not motherfucking important no more. Three of Swords. Motherfuckers' hearts is broken, right? Because you are not moving how people expected you to move. Oh, you don't want to be a part of the club? You don't want to be my girl? Never wanted to be your girl, right? And I ain't lost, okay, y'all? We gonna get back to the whole situation. It's all coming together. It's making sense, okay? So, this is all just a breakdown. This is all getting to where I told y'all before, and I used to say it on my other channel, but I like to use myself in the readings and as an example because, yes, I'm a part of the collective, but also I have been through a lot. I have survived a lot, which gives me the notion that I have the right to guide other people because I've already been through it my damn self, right? So, anyway, so the motherfucker, don't want nothing to do with them or whatever, and we cut him off or whatever. He gets back to where he originally was, the stalking, the chasing, the dumb shit, right? Hold on, I'm receiving some. I'm like, you know what I mean? I'm this a lot going on. I'm doing the reading. I'm telling you, I'm doing story time. It's a lot going on in this reading, right? Because basically I was telling y'all, basically how I got to the place of I went through all of that, right? Went through all of that with the kids, and that is why I was celibate. That is why I was not sleeping with anybody. That's why I wasn't doing anything or whatever, because it just would not have made any fucking sense for me to be sleeping with anybody or trying to connect with anybody. But we were at the end of that situation, right? We were at the place where they didn't want to talk to him anymore, where I wasn't calling anymore. Was he still reaching out, calling, texting? Yes. Why didn't I block him? Baby, you can't block text now numbers, okay? Because a lot of people be always, why you don't block these people? You cannot block text now numbers. I can block a text now number and he can create another account and get another number and create another account and get, which he was doing. So I could not block him truly, because he wouldn't let me go or leave me alone. And he continued to find different ways to harass and stalk me. Once he figured out that that the kids didn't want anything to do with him, but they are not and never were important or whatever to this person. So, you know, it was never about them. It was always about trying to put my attention and all of my focus on important to him and not have any time to do anything else with anybody else or even for myself. He wanted to be a problem and a distraction, and that is what he is. That is what he became years ago. That is what he will be for the rest of his life until the day he dies. He will be trying to cause me problems and distract me from living my own life. I know it. I see it. Zebras don't change their stripes. The definition of insanity is expecting new shit when the same shit goes on, right? So for him to continue to sit in that same energy, and for me to think, well, eventually he's going to go away. It's been 7 years, 6 years. And he hasn't gone away yet, right? So I just don't believe he's ever going to go away. If he does, cool. That'd be awesome. But I don't see it and I don't believe it because, you know, he has a fixation on me. My little Bookie, he says it all the time, like he's obsessed with you. His own mom says it. She just said it, you know, 2 weeks ago, you know, that he's obsessed with me or whatever. And I'm like, I know. I kind of hate that everybody keeps saying that out loud, because to me, people say it like it's cute or it's a joke or it's funny. And I guess because they've never been stalked and things like that, people find it to be very light, but it's not light. It's very heavy. It's scary. I'm scared a lot of times because I don't know what's going to happen, right? I don't know if he's going to find me and kill me. Like, I don't know if he's going to kick my door in one day and just kill all of us because we don't care about him and he wants to be important to somebody so bad because he's never been important to his own mom. Right? And I unfortunately loved and poured into him at one point, and he can't let that go, you know. So that's just where we are, and he's never going to let it go because don't nobody else like him, because there's really nothing likable about him now. He's nothing like he was when he was 25. He's 38 now. He's miserable, he's mean, he's angry, he's a liar, you know, and he's very pressed and very negative now and very, you know, woe, it's me. He's stuck in victim mentality. It's sad to see somebody crumble and just I saw the breakdown. Like, I've seen it over the years, and it has been weird. It's been scary. It's been wild, but it is what it is, right? So I don't know I don't know my fate, but this person, my kid's dad, like, he terrifies me. Like, how could he not? He won't go away. It's strange and it's weird. It's scary and it's sad. I don't even like you. I don't want you. I don't love you. I don't talk to you. I'm not nice to you. But you still won't just find something else to do? That's pathetic and it's sad. But it is also very, very terrifying. So I move freely. I live my life every day. I'm happy. I'm comfortable in my skin. But in the very back of my mind, there is always fear because he could end my life, because he's done, you know, he's an abuser. He's put his hands on me. You know, he's done horrible shit to me, all because I'm minding my business, right? And he'll literally just start attacking me because I haven't called or we won't answer or we're not talking. He'll come and physically attack me and start saying things like I'm cheating on him when we're not together, right? So yes, I'm scared of him. Yes, I'm terrified of him. I'm so happy he's locked up because he's mentally gone. He's gone, right? And that's just what it is or whatever. Anyway, fuck all that. So yeah, I was never celibate. I was abstinent, right? And anyway, so I meet the guy, and I was already over everything. I was already at the very end of everything. And then, you know, I meet this guy, which was just like the push I needed. It was that little nudge, you know, and it was perfect. And yeah, so she was abstinent because, or she was doing whatever because she claimed it was spiritual, blah, 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 whatever. She's always trying to be like me. I hate it. She constantly is in competition with me. I hate it because there is no competition. I move freely. Everything she does it after me because she's copying me. I do shit first because I don't give a fuck about nobody but myself and my kids. I ain't thinking about you. I'm doing what I want to do. Now she's fucking some guy. You know what I'm saying, right? And that's how I know she was only not doing it because she thought I wasn't, because she thought it was a part of spirituality because she's copying me, right? Now every time she calls, it's, I'm talking to this guy and I'm talking to that guy. And now, mind y'all, I'm talking to one dude. Do I have some contenders? Yeah. You know, do I have a couple people on the back burner? Always. Okay, you are not my husband or anything. So, yes, I sure the fuck do. If somebody's interested, I'll give them my number and see what's going on. You know, see how the conversation goes. But if we don't click, I'm quick to send you on your way because I'm already talking to somebody. If we do click, then you can tell me good morning. You know, we might even go to lunch, you know, once a month or every blue moon, but nothing else is going to go down because I'm already talking to and smashing with somebody, right? So, yeah, it's just this competition, this competitive energy, even here with the community and all these types of things, right? Whoever this is in your life, for you, this is somebody who's moving out of this heartbreak energy. This person might have got their heart broke as a child by a parent, you know, an absentee parent or an abusive, neglectful parent, both. You know, they may have gotten their heart broken by multiple different men and or women, you know, friends that were supposed to be friends that ended up deceiving them, men that, you know, they gave their body to too quickly and they thought that the person was going to love them because of that, and they ended up getting played and betrayed. So this is somebody who moves out of heartbreak, and they're also holding on to everything that has ever happened to them. Every damn thing that's ever happened to them, they're still hanging on to it. And they want to be, like, they want you guys to remain in contact or whatever. They want y'all to continue having this community type feel, or they may even say that they want to collaborate or do something with you or work together with you in some sort of way. But their whole entire mission, and this, I'm going to wrap it up after this, like, this person's goal, like with me, right? Back to the example with my sister, her whole goal is to try to rile me up and get me excited and make me feel like I don't know how to put it into words. She wants me to get excited at the idea of being included with her and the other siblings and, right, community. Oh, we're all gonna go have a dinner and we all need to be one. And now, not knowing that I dread and despise even hearing that. It's the most weird, disgusting thing I've ever heard. I would never in my motherfucking life go to no motherfucking dinner with none of these motherfuckers at bar. But she don't know that, right? And so she's thinking, she's hyping me up, right? This is what she thinks. So we're in her mind, not ours, right? We're in the enemy's mind. I'm gonna hype this person up, and you may even be going through this. You may actually be going, right? Where they're like, oh, let's all go hang out. And then you get there and everybody's talking to each other and not talking to you, right? 5 of Pentacles, leaving you out in the cold, even though you're there, right? Or like in my situation, trying to hype me up at the idea of everybody coming together to be in a community. Like I don't fucking know that ain't never been no motherfucking community energy in my family, ever. Not even when we were children. It was always competition. The competition started from our mom. She started putting us all up against each other first. So I would never fall for that, right? But it's the hype up of we're all going to come together, but then either you get there and they're not including you, or it never happens and you continue to be in quote unquote exile, right? But you're only in exile if you feel left out. You're only in exile if you have a desire to be included, right? What a lot of people fail to realize about the Five of Pentacles is you tried to exile somebody who turned around and walked the fuck off and went and found something else to do. Even guys do it. Hang on to a bitch and try to string her along and breadcrumb her while they're either in a real relationship with somebody they like, but they just like the idea of having some desperate dummy on the outside waiting their turn to get in. Or they're just partying and hanging out with their friends and living their best life and kicking it and lying to you and leading you to believe eventually one day you guys are going to be an item. You guys are going to be exclusive. Y'all are going to be a real couple, right? Whatever it is, it can be anything, right? But that's what being left out in the cold is. It could be from any scenario, but it's just where you're not quite included, but it's like the idea of being included keeps you there waiting for the invite to be included, right? So this person, this enemy, they want you to feel like I think they want you to feel what they feel. They have always, maybe they've never felt included or in anything, right? Never really felt included in their friend groups, never really felt included in the family, never really felt, right? And they may, nobody, if this person may be very unlikable because they're evil and demonic and things like that, and negative and manipulative and always being a snake and always talking about somebody and always gossiping, right? There's nothing likable about them. And when you do come around, because y'all, anytime I've ever come around, everybody come and start talking the most horrible shit about my sister, right? Which I also don't like, because it's like, now y'all been talking cash shit about me with this same person for all these months or years, and then the first day you see me, it's, she said this about you, she said that about you, and then we told her she was crazy, and we said you copying Omni, and we said we know Omni did that for, and I just be like, this person's a bad mom, she a dumb bitch, but right, that's why I don't come around, because I'll be like, God damn, I'm tired. I need to go to bed. I'm exhausted already. Just hearing this back. And she said, no, said, and he said, she said, no, said, he said, and she said, and then they said, you said, and you said, and then you wasn't even there to defend yourself. And I said, that's not right, because she ain't even here to defend. No, your pussy ass didn't. Shut the fuck up. You might have thought that. You might have went on and said that to your bitch. But you ain't say that. I know. I got the biggest balls in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So... But I swear, like, that's literally why I'm out of it, right? Because I don't like that. I don't want to be a part of that. I don't want to hear none of it, right? So, you try to exile somebody, and they walk away. That even applies to the baby daddy situation. Try to exile, try to have everybody on the outside chasing, trying to have the kids chase you down for your attention and your love. Why? Because I'm a damaged, broken little bitch boy, and I had to do that with my mama, and my daddy was never there for me. So you're going to do it. You're going to feel what I felt. You're going to experience the same thing I experienced. I'm not going to be good to you or do anything different. I'm going to do exactly what the fuck happened to me, because what the fuck makes you feel like you deserve different, right? Like, what the... So let me leave y'all out in the cold and have y'all chase me down while I'm fleeing, chasing me down for the idea of a community. Only the chase down didn't even really go like that, right? In these 6 years, the first 2 were blissful for me. The second 2, he had popped up in Texas from Florida, and that's when the real life stalking started. That's when I really started to I actually was still taking it as a game a little bit in the first 4 years. The first 2 were great. He was in Florida. We didn't fuck with each other or whatever. I didn't even think about him or call him or fuck with him at all. Then he came here, and when he was like stalking me and stuff, I thought it was kind of funny and stuff at first, and I thought he was just like some fucking desperate loser who couldn't move on or whatever, but I was like, whatever, like, I just thought it was funny, and I know that's bad, and I don't give a shit. It is what it is. Everybody makes mistakes, but I did. I took it as a joke. I didn't think that I didn't really see the mental disturbance. I thought that he was just trying to get me back. He was just trying to get his family back, and he would realize that I'm not going back, and he would move on. When it started to tip into the last 2.5 years, that's when I started to get scared, right? It was 22, 23, and then in 24 is when I kind of was like, okay, fuck this. That's kind of when it started to shift back into him chasing me, stalking me, calling me a cheater, a hoe. You know, I'm only stopped calling him because I'm fucking with somebody else. Not ever considering that, like I would tell him, I was not calling you, the kids were. Yes, I was cussing you the fuck out because of the way you were treating my kids, but I never wanted to, that was not for me, it was for our children. But he's psychotic, right? So that went in one ear and out the other, and he did not believe me. He really thought I was calling him for myself. He really thought I was on his team. He really thought I liked him or loved him or was jealous because he was fucking other bitches or whatever. He thought the wrong thing because our kids are not a thought for him. They don't fucking matter, right? So me being like, dude, this is all about the kids, that never clicked. And when I saw that wasn't clicking in combination with the kids and I want nothing to do with them, I got the fuck out of there, right? We stopped being out there. So then when he came back and was doing all the stalking and whatnot again, right, last year and this year, which is why he's in jail now, it was like rage. It was like pure, unadulterated rage, right? Because I thought I had you. I thought I had your attention. I thought you cared. I thought you were jealous. I thought you were angry. I thought you were going to lose your mind because I don't want anything to do with you anymore. Because that's what it was. It was like, oh, now that I don't want anything to do with you, you care. But it's like, you don't want anything to do with your children. That's why I now am putting my attention on. That's when I really looked his way. Like, wait a minute, he ain't called our kids. Like, wait a minute, he ain't seen our kids. Like, wait a minute, it's been a few months. That's when right? But then that ended and he came back. Yeah, and so I don't know, you guys. Like, I hope this reading clicked for somebody, and I hope it made sense, because normally I do put more of my energy and shit into the cards themselves and not so much into my own personal story. But I really feel like what I'm saying, if it makes sense to you, right? If it's for you, it'll make sense to you what I'm trying to say. I want you to understand, like, you're not going through what you're going through by yourself. You are not crazy. You're not alone in what you're going through. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's time for you to detach, detach. I went back to try to temperature check with my people multiple times. And every time they were more angry and more toxic and more volatile and more detached and removed from reality and more crazy and delusional and stuff. That's when, Source was like, why the fuck? Why? Why do you keep looking back? Why do you keep going over there? And I had to just be like, fuck, I really? And it was like, already. You've been knowing. They're never going to change. They're not capable. They don't believe that there's anything wrong with what they're doing or how they're moving or how they're living their fucking lives. Stop looking in that direction. You are not like them. You don't think like them. The shit that's important to you is not important to them, and they don't get you. They will never understand. They will never believe that I don't care. They will never believe that I'm over it. They will never believe that I don't miss them. They will, right? Because you're different. And I just feel like somebody needs to hear that, because it could be anybody in your life that resonates with this story or this type of reading or whatever the fuck this was, because I don't even really know. But these energies, the sister, the baby daddy, the mama, the brothers, the broken, all the broken and the damned, they're moving from a place of heartbreak. They're moving from a low vibration. They're moving from past trauma that they will not ever heal from. Because to heal from your shit, you have to know you did it. You have to. To really heal and be happy every day, I mean, happy, ecstatic. A guy me and my kids walked to 7-Eleven the other day. Matter of fact, it was yesterday, because yesterday was my daughter's birthday. She's 12. And she wanted an icy. She wanted an icy from 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven is literally on the corner from our apartment. And there's like no buildings or anything in between. It's just our apartment complex and then 7-Eleven. Right? So we go out on the sidewalk or whatever, and we're walking down to the store. And me, her, and her little brother, we're having a grand old time, mind you, because we walk down to that store all the time, because it's like a 10-minute walk both there and back. You get 5 minutes there, you go get your shit, 5 minutes back or whatever. And it's nice. It's fall, it's Texas, so it's like 85 degrees. But that's nice here, okay? Because it'd be 110 in the summers. So the weather is nice or whatever, and we're just moseying down. We're skipping, we're laughing, I have music playing from my phone, because me and my daughter love music. My son, not so much. He's coming around. And yeah, we're just like lollygagging over to the store so we can get, her little snacks that she wants or whatever. We're getting ready to have like a day. We got everything planned out. Like, we have it all worked out. It's birthday day, right? And this white guy pulls up. He was like, I was watching y'all from across the street, and y'all look like such a happy family. Y'all are so beautiful, and y'all look so happy. And I was like, oh my gosh, thank you. And I was like, yeah, we are happy, like we always happy, and I was like, but thank you. I really appreciate that or whatever. And he ended up going in or whatever and like wanting to do whatever, pay for our stuff or whatever. And, I don't know. I was just like, wow, I guess you can see our vibrations from a mile away. But I didn't used to be this happy when I was talking to my, incubator and her seeds, or when worried about why he would not love our kids. Those are your kids too. Or why he would do to his kids what his parents did to him. All that kind of stuff used to sit on my heart heavily. And I didn't comprehend or understand it. And I would be like, everybody's so ready to hate me and each other. Everybody's so ready to be mad. Everybody's so ready to hang on to everything that's ever been said or done, as if they didn't do fucked up shit to me. Right? Lying for each other. That person didn't do that to you. You lying ass, crazy ass bitch, and all this. And I was like, why me? Why are people letting people shoot guns at me and then turning around and saying it never happened? And then one day I just was like, it doesn't matter why. It doesn't matter. That's what I had to realize. It does not matter why they are doing or saying or moving, except that they're broken. And I'm not. And that's what clicked. They want me to be them so bad. And that's what I feel like the message is. That's what Spirit wants y'all to get out this reading. It's somebody in the world that wants you to be broken. And you might be vibrating in a lower vibration or coming off as angry or mean or hostile or violent or attitudey or nasty, negative, moody. But it's because of the people that are around you, and they want you to be in that vibration because it's the same as theirs. And I really do hope and pray that this is making sense. You got to cut that shit the fuck off. I was not who I am today 4 years ago. I could not have been who I am today 4 years ago. I couldn't have been. Because although I'm always authentically myself, and my core is my core, and my heart is my heart, and my vibrations are my vibrations, and I come from a place of love. I don't want no issues or no beef or no strife with nobody. I don't want to, I don't like that type of stuff. If I did something wrong, my bad. If I said something wrong, I'm sorry. I don't have a problem taking accountability. I don't have a problem apologizing. And those are the things that they hate about me, right? They will literally turn around and say that I did not do the things that I did so that I don't look like I'm better than them. But I'm not trying to look better than them. I just am better than them because I don't have a problem apologizing or taking, you know what I'm saying, right? So you just got to be careful, you guys. Put yourself first. Whoever this is, that's the community situation, the friend, the family member, the lover, whoever it is that's trying to play like whatever, you know, they're trying to make you feel excluded, or there's somebody trying, but I really feel for the majority of you, someone is trying to draw you back in. Don't bite. Don't go for it. Don't believe it. It's bullshit, right? It is bullshit. They don't want you to be back included. You're happy. You're minding your own business. You have peace in your life. Your vibrations are high. Great things are coming to you and happening to you and for you. Your kid or kids are happy. If you have any, if you don't, cool, good for you. Don't let them suck you back in, because you will be right back who you used to be. And that is what they want. They don't want you happy. They don't want you removed from them. They may not even understand why you haven't come back around, or why you haven't called, or why you haven't popped up at nobody's house, or why you haven't this, or why you haven't that. They don't even understand why you've removed yourself. They find it as a game or a manipulation tactic, or it's fake, or they may even feel like, no, they really wish they could be around. Let them believe what they want to believe. It helps them sleep at night. If they believe they got rid of you versus you believing that, no, I got rid of myself and y'all motherfuckers, I'm the one who turned around and left. Let them believe it. Let them tear you down. You know, amongst themselves. You're not there to hear it anyways, right? Just let people be, all right? Okay, y'all, that's gonna be our reading. I hope it made sense. I hope this resonates with at least one person who gets it. Okay. All right, y'all. My name is OmniBadu. I love each and every one of you guys. Thank you for your likes, your subscriptions, donations, all your positive comments. And until next time, bye.